What is going on, guys? It's your boy Dylan the Villain, and we're coming back at you with another Total Extreme Wrestling 2020 video. We are playing as the WWF in 1997. It is Saturday. You know what that means. It's time for some Shotgun Saturday Night. We're coming off the heels of one of our biggest pay-per-views to date, WWF Backlash. For those of y'all not seen the video, please take your time, go watch the video. And check it out. Give it a like. Give it a, give it a view. Give it a like. If y'all haven't watched it, those of y'all have not watched Monday Night Raw, go watch Monday Night Raw. Go watch the past videos, guys, so y'all can keep up and know what's going on here as we continue to move forward. But we are going to go ahead and start the show. I'm thinking about adding the pre-show onto like the main show too. Like use the pre-show time to tell stories also, moving forward. But I don't know, because I kind of ran out of time, so I kind of needed to throw like an angle in the pre-show. So y'all see what I'm talking about once we start getting going. But like always, I'm Dylan the Villain, and let's get started. In an abysmal pre-show match, Edge and Christian defeated Droz and Prince Albert in 7:54 when Edge pinned Albert with a missile dropkick. Edge with a 37, Christian with a 38, Albert a 19, and Droz with a 26. So, Droz and Albert have been sent to ECW to basically get better and get pop. I wanted to see where they were at so far. They've been down there since the start of the save, so I wanted to see where they're at so far. And apparently they haven't done much. Christian and Edge showed excellent chemistry teaming together, while Droz and Prince Albert did not work well together as a team. Their timing was all over the place. Now's the quality gave the match a boost. The match got a 34. We move on to the next segment. And this is the thing I was talking about. So tonight, we will get a rematch from Monday Night Raw when Owen Hart takes on Kurt Angle. This last Monday Night Raw, the debuting, brand new signee to the World Wrestling Federation, Kurt Angle, came out and answered Owen Hart's open challenge, picking up a huge upset victory over Owen Hart. Owen Hart was not too pleased that he got beat by somebody like Kurt Angle, a rookie. So tonight we're going to have a rematch. The USA versus Canada storyline advances and gains heat. That got a 95. Nuts of quality and color commentary gave the match a boost. So we're going to move on to the next pre-show match. And it is an abysmal pre-show match. And this is abysmal. Jerryland defeated Tajiri by submission with a cross armbar submission hold. Jerryland with a 54 and Tajiri with a 23. I'm thinking about sending Tajiri to ECW to gain a little bit more pop before we start putting them on the main show. But Jerryland, one of the highlights of the light heavyweight division. Tajiri being a part of the light heavyweight division also. Just testing out where my light heavyweights are and everything like that. And that's the quality gave the match a boost, and color commentary gave the match a boost. The match got a 46. And I believe we move on to the main show. And it opens up with a 95. Oh, Lord. Yes, this is correct. This is correct. I thought I was missing people. It got a 95. Steve Austin didn't do well without a script, but he has a hot new catchphrase and ground well support of the public support. But Shane comes to the ring and he talks about Austin from last Monday, how he came out during Bret Hart's title win ceremony. He came out and he attacked not only him, but Bret Hart and everybody in the ring. And he basically says, Austin, you have two options. You have two options here tonight. You have option one, which is the easy way, or option two, the hard way. Easy way being, you come out to this ring and say sorry for attacking me and hope that I let you keep your job. And the hard way is, well, the hard way being you don't come out here. And then, in that case, you're going to be fired on the spot. All of a sudden, you hear Steve Austin's music. He's headed to the ring. Shane and Paul White are backing him up in the ring, smiling. Shane's with Paul White, backing him up in the ring. And Shane's all smiles. He doesn't seem too concerned that Steve Austin's coming back out here. We know Steve Austin is a hell-raising SOB. And Shane's confident that Steve Austin's coming out here to apologize. Steve Austin does his signature taunt. You know, he hits all four corners, and then he grabs the mic. And he goes to talk, but Shane cuts him off. Austin, I just want to say thank you for coming out here tonight and apologizing to me. I can look past your poor judgment, and then Austin cuts him right back off. And he goes, Shane, I hate to pop your little bubble, your little ego there, son, but I didn't come out here to say I'm sorry to you. As a matter of fact, I don't care. I'm not sorry for a damn thing I do or a damn thing I done in the World Wrestling Federation. I do what I want whenever I damn please. And now, if you're done wasting my time and everybody else's time here in this arena and people watching at home, I have somewhere else. I'm here to tell you that I'm here to take what belongs to me, and that's the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Championship title. And Shane looks shocked. Shane's like, what the hell? Shane's like, what did you just say to me? What did you just say? Are you serious right now, Austin? And Austin looks at Shane and says, what's the matter? You got a hearing problem there, son? You can't hear this? Austin says, can you hear this? And he shoots the middle finger upside down. And Shane falls for the gag and says, no, I can't hear that. And Austin says, well, let me turn it up for you. And he shoots him, flips him off right in the face, and the crowd pops at it, pops at it, according to a little joke, and the crowd like, yeah. Shane, very cute, very cute, Austin. You think you're funny, huh? I got something funny for you. I got something real funny for you. Firing you right here, right now, would be too easy, Austin. In this segment, which got a 100, we move on to the next segment, which got 100. We see Bret Hart sitting in his locker room, and he seems uncomfortable. He feels like somebody's watching him, or he's very uncomfortable. And there's a knock at the door. And he gets scared, and he's like, oh, what the hell was that? And the knock on the door continues, and he gets up. He's like, oh. He goes to the door, and he's like, who is it? It's Owen and Jim. Bret, like a weight off his shoulders has just been relieved, and he opens up the door, and Owen walks, and Jim walks. Jim not Hart, and Owen walks through the door, and Owen looks confused, and he asks Bret, he's like, why was the door locked? And Bret's like, oh, I wanted some a long time. I got a lot going on in my head. I wanted some a long time so I can work out. And Owen's, yeah, all right. Anyway, Jim and myself, we made a few calls, man. It seems like Steve is still under contract with WCW, from what the office is saying, and that he's acting alone on this. No one's seen him there in months, man. Nobody's heard from Sting or his family or anything in months. And Bret replies, of course, that's what they're going to say. They don't want any legal problems with myself or Vince. They don't want any legal problems. So, of course, that's what they're going to say. Owen then chimes in. He goes, man, I think you're overreacted. There's no way that Mark is under control of him anyway. And besides, Mark is just a man. No way he has some superhuman powers. This ain't a video game or a TV show. Bret, this is real life, man. No way that Mark has all this stuff. And Bret interrupts him and he goes, you seen what he did to Linda? You're telling me I'm overreacting? I'm overreacting? Yeah, I'm overreacting, all right. And Owen is like, look, you just need some rest, okay? You just need to get away and clear your head, okay? No one's going to attack you or your family. You're just being a big chicken. And Bret's like, a chicken? You're calling me a chicken? You're the one who didn't want to go against his brother Kane at the pay-per-view and begged Shane not to put you in the match. And Bret's all up in Owen's face at this point. And Owens was like, oh, you're calling me a chicken now, huh? Yeah, typical Bret. Never wants to own up to any. And then all of a sudden Jim pushes him apart. And he goes, hey. None of that crap. We're on the same team now. Let's get it together. Bret's like, Bret takes a breath and he's like, you're right, Jim. We need to be on the same team. We don't know how many people are on Sting's team. We know that it's him, The Undertaker, and Kane at least. But he says that there's other people. I mean, we just got to watch our backs, man. We all need to be on the same team. And Jim's right. It's not the time to be pointing fingers at each other. Owen. So, Owen, go out there and put that stupid, dumb American in his place tonight. And Owen pats Bret on the chest and goes, you got it, bro. And that segment got 100. Bret Hart looking a little paranoid there. Looking a little scared that The Undertaker basically said, I'm next in line and I want my shot at the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight title. Bret looked good. Owen was the real star of the segment. Bret improvised well throughout. Owen had superb working without a script. Had the crowd in his hand the whole time. Color announcing and color commentary gave the match a boost. And Bret Hart with a catchphrase. The segment got 100. We can move on to the next segment, which is a bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd instead of pro wrestling, but Ken Shamrock defeat the Godfather by submission with the Egolog Match. Got a 63. Ken Shamrock with a 72. Shamrock's getting up there. And Godfather with a 53. The match suffered from lack of psychology. Could really use somebody with the knowledge to know how to construct a proper match flow. Ken Shamrock, not the best in psychology right now. The announcer quality lifted the match and color commentary gave the match a boost. So we're going to move on to the next segment. Ken Shamrock picking up another win. Oh, hey! Look at this! So we go to a cutaway segment. And we see Dwayne Gill. And he's still all banged up. He's still in the hospital. He got his leg. He's laying back in the bed with his leg like on one of those slings and his arms like that. His head's all bandaged up and everything. And we see Jim Cornette, and Jim Cornette walks in there and goes, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" "Oh, no, don't speak. Don't speak. You don't need to speak. I'm here to tell you some good news and some bad news. And first off, I'm gonna tell you the bad news. The bad news is Shane McMahon and the board of directors at the World Wrestling Federation, seeing how you're not fit to compete, have stripped you from the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship." And Dwayne Gill's like, "What? They did what? No, I won that title fair and square. I beat The Rock at WrestleMania." And Jim goes, "Well, you see, yeah, you did. And you made a heck of a lot of money off of it, Dwayne. I mean, hell, you had enough money to live the life of luxury and drink champagne and have all the women and stuff. But now that you're not featured on pay-per-view matches, I mean, your income's kind of taking a cut here. And I don't know if you can afford my services anymore. So I guess that's where the good news comes in." And Dwayne Gill, he sits there and he's like, "What? The good news? How? Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I would consider you not working for me the bad news, but go ahead, Jim. What's the good news?" And Jim goes, "Well, the good news is, now that you can't afford me, I have another client who's willing to pay top dollar for my services. And Dwayne Gill's like, how the hell is that good news to me? He goes, I never said anything about it being good news for you, buddy. He goes, we sure did have a good run, didn't we? And Dwayne Gill's sitting there and he's like, no. Like, I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'll be better in a couple weeks, Jim. I mean, come on, man. Jim's like, well, seeing how you have, he picks up a note that's sitting next to Dwayne Gill and he opens it and goes, a large hospital bill due to the hands of Vader. I don't think you can quite afford my services any much longer. But I do have good news for you. I did bring you something that you can cherish as a reward, a memento of all your hard work. I mean, you did win the Royal Rumble. You did go on to main event WrestleMania, and you beat The Rock to become champion for the vacated title. But now that Bret Hart's the champion, and they rewarded him a new belt because Vader destroyed the old one, I think it was only necessary that you got to keep and hold and cherish this title. And Jim pulls out the old Wing Google belt out of a bag, and it's all busted up and destroyed. It looks like it been ran over by a freaking bulldozer or something. It's all shattered up and torn up to hell. And Jim puts all the gold pieces on the table in front of Dwayne Gill's like little table that you eat your food on when you're in the hospital. And he goes, I figured you'd want this and to hold and cherish it as a memento. So I picked it up from the hotel room and I bring it here for you. And Dwayne Gill's just like, well, that's awful nice of you, Jim, but I sure am going to miss your friendship. And Jim Cornette's like, well, buddy, I'm sure going to miss you too. But I tell you what, Dwayne, me and you are such good friends. And hell, I've seen you rise from a nobody to a somebody here in the World Wrestling Federation. And as soon as you get better and you pay off these hospital bills and everything like that, and you're 100%, hell, I might think about being your manager once again. How does that sound? And Dwayne Gill's, at this point, he just doesn't give a shit. He's just like, man, just get out of my hotel room. Like, not only are you coming in here and telling me that you're not my manager anymore, but you're coming in here and you're telling me that I'm not the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion anymore, and you brought me my destroyed championship title. I mean, just leave. And Dwayne Gill, he just looks at Jim and he's just like, yeah, Jim, that would be great. Jim goes, well, all right then. Well, as you see, my new client, boy, he's going to be something else. He's going to be, I'm telling you, Dwayne, he's going to be like you one day. He's going to be a future main eventer here in the World Wrestling Federation. And I just can't wait for you to meet him. Actually, I got him outside the hall if you want to meet him. And Dwayne Gill's just like, no, that's fine. No more visitors. And Jim's like, well, shit. All right, then. Well, I'll let you get some rest and recover real soon, Dwayne. I can't wait for you to get back. Maybe you can get back in the title picture and throw your name back in the hat for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. And Dwayne is like, yeah, maybe. He's like, all right, buddy, I'll see you later. The segment got a 83, so Jim Cornette basically saying because Dwayne Gill can't pay for his services anymore, he got to cut Dwayne Gill loose. But that's all right. He found a new client, somebody new that he can manage and take care of. So that's something, I guess. I guess that's some good news for Jim Cornette fans. But we're going to move on to the next segment. And it is a match with the Steiner brothers, and a terrible match. A terrible match. How is this a terrible match? It has fucking Scott Steiner in it. Scott Steiner, the Steiner brothers, defeat the Goblins when Scott Steiner submitted Phineas I. Godwin with a Steiner recliner. The match got a 64. Scott Steiner with 71. Rick with a 66. Phineas and Henry both with a 44 and a 45, respectively. The Steiner showed excellent chemistry teaming together, and so did the Goblins. They have the tag team specialists. Announcing quality and color gave the match a boost. I realized that I am lacking in some tag teams. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, for those of y'all who love the tag team wrestling, there are some tag teams that are... I'm teaming people together and see how they team well in house shows and seeing who has good chemistry and who has bad chemistry. Some people have good chemistry together that are shockingly have good chemistry together that I thought would be some cool tag teams to see together. Excuse me for hiccuping. Cool tag teams that I thought would be some funny tag teams or some cool tag teams together. But we are going to move on to the next segment. And it is a promo. And we hear Owen Hart's music hit, and he comes out to the ring. And he's all business. He doesn't have time to taunt to the fans. He's wanting Kurt Angle one-on-one. And all of a sudden, Kurt Angle's music hits. And he comes out and he's all smiled. But it seems like he has one arm in a brace. And he has a microphone in the hand of the arm with a brace. And he comes out and he goes, Hi everybody in the St. Joseph Stennis Arena here in St. Louis. Here in Missouri. I know a lot of my fans and a lot of you and many other people watching at home were looking forward to this great rematch, but as you can clearly see, I have injured my elbow on Monday Night Raw wrestling against Owen Hart, and I'm not at 100%. I cannot compete tonight. And the fans start booing, and Angle's like, I know, it's a travesty that I cannot compete for you fans here tonight. But, Owen, I know how you want to get your hands on me and how I made a laughing stock out of not only you, but the whole country of Canada. Showing how the United States is superior in every single way of Canada. But I found me a replacement tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, my replacement tonight will be Rikishi. Rikishi comes out to the ring and he's just like, he comes out, and everything like that. And Owen Hart defeats him with the inverted power driver. I would love to see that in real life. In a decent match, Owen Hart defeats Rikishi in 8:29 by pinfall with an inverted power driver. Match got an 82. Owen Hart basically carrying this match. The USA versus Canada storyline advances, and that's quality gave the match a boost. And after the match, nothing happens. I thought I booked a promo after that, but we move on to this, which got a 100. And it's Shane McMahon. Stone Cold comes out. It's time for the main event of Stone Cold and his handicap match against 3 other guys. And I wonder who the 3 other guys are going to be. And he comes out to the ring. His music hits. He does his taunt. All of a sudden, Shane McMahon's music hits, which is Vince McMahon's music. But he comes out anyway. It doesn't matter whose music it is. He comes out and he goes, Austin, I hate to do this, man. I really do. I really, 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 really hate to do this. But like I said, you're going to face 3 other competitors. But I'm a fair man. I'm a fair man. I'm not going to put all 3 men in the ring against you at one time. No. That would be mean. That would be cruel. And I think I'm a very equal opportunist employer. I'm a fair. I'm a fair commissioner here in the World Wrestling Federation, and putting all 3 men in the ring with you at one time just wouldn't be fair, wouldn't be compassionate to you, and not only you, but to your family at home. I do want to see you crippled, but I mean, sending 3 men down to the ring to beat you at once is just not fun for me. It's just not fun for the people at home because they know you have no chance in hell of beating all 3 men. I like to give the fans a little bit of hope and crush it, Austin, is what I'm trying to say. Is if you're betting on Steve Austin to win this match, then don't. Because I found 3 men who would love to get their hands on you and beat the holy piss out of you for the right price. So, first up, we have APA's Bradshaw. Bradshaw comes out and he runs to the ring, and him and Austin get together and they run the ropes, and Bradshaw throws him against the ropes. He goes for a clothesline from hell, but Austin ducks. He turns Bradshaw around. Boom, boom, stunner. 1, 2, 3. Bradshaw's out of the ring. He rolls out of the ring. He sells the stunner. He rolls out of the ring after the 3. Shane goes, very impressive. You beat Bradshaw in no time. But this man, I'm pretty sure you won't beat him in a matter of seconds. And it is his partner, Farouk. And Farouk comes out. And Austin and Farouk, they go on for, oh man, I would say about 8 minutes. They go back and forth. Farouk just beating the shit out of Austin. Austin beating the shit out of Farouk. And about a little halfway through the whole thing, Austin starts to get the better of Farouk and stuff. And Shane goes, oh yeah, this match, let's just make it a no disqualification. All of a sudden you see Bradshaw and he hits Austin in the back with the chair. And the referee's like, get the hell out of the ring, get the hell out of the ring. You're supposed to be gone. And the referee ejects Bradshaw out. And then Farouk picks up the chair and he's hitting Austin with it. And then Farouk doing the most typical, I'm about to get my ass kicked, the match is about to turn around maneuver. He's waiting for Austin to get up so he can strike Austin in the head. And as Austin goes to turn around, he ducks down and Farouk misses a chair shot, and Austin, bam, hits him with a stunner. 1, 2, 3. Austin then eliminates Farouk, but Austin's already wore out by this point. And Shane goes, I can't believe it. You actually made it to the 3rd man of this matchup. And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, I give you somebody who I know will not only defeat Steve Austin, but make sure Steve Austin never walks again a day in his life. And that man is the newly named The Big Show Paul White. And all of a sudden Paul White comes out. He has his own theme music now. Where's the Big Show? The typical thing. And he comes out. And Steve Austin's already tired. He's already bleeding from chair shots from Farouk and everything like that. He's busted open. He's already exhausted. And then Steve Austin wastes no time. He runs up the ramp. He jumps on the Big Show. He starts beating up the Big Show. He's beating him. And the Big Show just tosses Austin off. And Austin flies about like 2 feet and rolls down the ramp. The Big Show picks him up and throws Austin over the top rope. He picks him up over his head like a gorilla press slam and throws Austin into the ring. He gets into the ring. He grabs Austin for a choke slam. He picks him up, and as he picks him up, Austin thumbs him in the eye, and Big Show falls down. Austin hits him with a stunner. Austin goes over there. He goes to pin Big Show. 1, 2. Big Show kicks out. Austin then can't believe it. He can't believe that Big Show kicked out of his finish. He looks around and he's like, what the hell? He gets a chair. He hits Big Show down with the chair. He's hitting him with the chair. And then he throws the chair, and he's waiting for Big Show to get back up. And he's like, get the hell up, you fat son, you big, tall, lanky, fucking big motherfucker. Get up. And he's telling him to get up. And Big Show gets up. Austin hits him with the double bird. Bam. Boom. Stunner. 1, 2. Big Show kicks out again. Austin cannot believe it. Shane McMahon's up on the stage. He's celebrating. He's celebrating. He's acting like it's the year fucking 2021 celebration, New Year fucking party. He's jumping up and down. He can't believe that the Big Show kicked out of it. Austin can't believe it too. Austin's starting to get a little bit frustrated. You know, he's putting his hands on his head and he's getting mad. He's waiting for Big Show to get back up. He's telling Big Show to get it back up. He flips him off again. He hits him with a stunner. He hits another stunner. He goes to pin him. 1, 2, and right when it gets 3, Big Show just fucking tosses Austin up in the air, and Austin lands down. And Big Show just like if he did like 3 lines of cocaine, just jumped up and it's like, yee! And he grabs Austin and choke slams Austin. Then he picks up Austin and he choke slams Austin again. And then he picks up Austin one more time and choke slams him 3 times. And he puts his hand on Austin's chest. He gets down on one knee, you know, like a football stance, I guess you would say. And he gets down on one knee and he puts his hands on Austin and the ref. 1, 2, 3, and that is the match, ladies and gentlemen. Match got a 78. I actually thought it was going to be a little bit better. But in a decent bout, Paul White and the APA defeats Steve Austin in a handicap match in 13:09 when Paul White pinned Steve Austin with a choke slam. In terms of in-ring work, Steve Austin was head and shoulders above everybody else while Bradshaw sucked. Bradshaw with a 38, Farouk with a 67, Big Show with a 83, and Austin with a 97. It lost heat because of those things. Everything did good. Steve Austin's performance stood out. Steve Austin benefited from the crowd support and Bradshaw getting better as a gimmick. We move on to the next segment, which picked up the thing. And the Big Show, I'm about to change his name. The Big Show is standing in the ring, celebrating as Shane McMahon points to the Big Show. And it's like, yeah, this is my man right here. The Big Show, the whole show, the Big Show. You know, and he's celebrating and everything like that. And it goes off the air. And that's the end of the show. It got an 88. Not bad, not bad. Could do better, but not bad. Alright. Now that the show is finished, let's talk about some few things, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm thinking about adding another show. Probably the start of the month. So this will be next week. Will be the start of 3 shows. I'm gonna see if I can run 3 shows, if they'll let me run 3 shows. Which I believe I don't know if I'm going to do. Probably gonna do Sunday Night Heat. So we're going to have Monday Night Raw, Shotgun Saturday Night, Sunday Night Heat. And Sunday Night Heat is basically going to be like for guys in developmental and lower guys on the lower card. And I'm going to make Shotgun Saturday Night another A show instead of a B show. Right now it's a B show. And I'm going to go ahead and make it another A show for the time being. And so... yeah, I'm probably just going to make Sunday Night Heat probably like an hour long. And Sunday Night Heat will have its own storylines and everything like that. Basically, like all the people that you see on the pre-show will be on Sunday Night Heat. To get them more of a mainstream TV exposure and try to get their pop-up a little bit faster. Because there's some guys on the lower card that I would love to use for like main event storylines and everything like that. And so I'm hoping that adding another show would increase the popularity a little bit faster. We're going to go ahead and save it. And like always, guys, thank y'all for watching the video. Thank y'all for leaving a comment down below if y'all do. Either Sky Wutai or myself will reply to it. I'll probably reply to it through my personal YouTube account, I guess. But thank y'all for liking the video, if y'all like the video, and commenting down below. I'll get back to it as soon as I can. I'm a busy guy, so I'll get back to it as soon as I can. If y'all like this, if y'all are new to the channel, please subscribe. The little thing will be right there. And if y'all want to go back and watch past previous episodes, the playlist will be right here, guys. This has been Dylan the Villain. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for liking. Thank y'all for leaving a comment down below. And like I always say, guys, If you can't play with each other, play with yourself. Later, guys.